Plastic is a convenient form of packaging, but can be harmful to the environment. Most plastics don't decompose, so they litter the landscape forever. Machines called granulators can help ease this pollution problem. They grind the plastic waste into tiny chips that can then be recycled. Granulators greatly reduce the amount of waste we humans produce. Instead of throwing plastics like these milk crates away, they can be tossed in a granulator. They chop the waste into little pieces, which can be used to make new plastic containers. Making a granulator starts with star-shaped rotors that will hold and rotate the blades of the granulator. A worker machines the center hole of the rotor so that it will fit a steel shaft. Employees slide the shaft through the center of the rotor. Multiple rotors are machined and installed on the steel shaft. The rotors are spaced evenly apart. A member of the team welds the rotors to the shaft. These welds will stop the rotors from sliding out of position during grinding. Next, steel blades are exposed to intense heat for 12 hours. Once they're red hot, an employee plunges them into cooling oil. This removes stresses and strengthens the metal. Next, a grinding wheel refines the shape of the blade so it will fit nicely to the rotors. It also hones the cutting edge until it's extremely sharp. They transfer the rotor and shaft assembly to a metal cradle. This rotor system is smaller than the one assembled earlier. It also has triangular rotors designed to chop up plastic jugs. A worker screws 6 blades to the rotors. He then attaches 4 blades to the casing, placing them at different angles than the rotating blades. Together, these blades will chop plastic very effectively. But the gap between the blades needs to be fine-tuned. A worker adjusts the gap to the optimal width. Now it's over to the granulator's lower casing. A rotating blade shaves the edges to specification. The next worker spray paints the outer casing parts. This protects the steel from rust. After the paint dries, they install the blade system in the outer casing and add a wire mesh screen. The screen acts as a sifter, allowing only plastic small enough for recycling to travel through the holes. Now the upper housing is lowered onto the blade unit. A long hinge is added into the holes, so the plastic granulator can be opened for maintenance. They give the blade system a test spin and it turns freely. Another employee assembles a hopper for the granulator. He drapes a steel curtain over the opening to keep in any flying plastic chips. Using a crane, the team lowers the hopper onto the granulator. They confirm that the 2 components are correctly aligned and bolt them together. Next, a 50 horsepower motor is installed below the blade shaft. Then they loop a pulley from a flywheel on the blade shaft to the motor. Now the workers cover the pulley system and motor with the steel housing. Then a drawer is installed to collect the plastic chips as they fall. They're now ready to power up the granulator. Every machine is tested before it leaves the factory to confirm that it's fully functional. This plastic granulator is now ready to take on the growing problem of plastic waste.